The second time around, the goal is more fun, especially if the first visit was only 10 hours long. It's been over 4 years since I last visited Zamboanga City, and on this next trip the city seemed unchanged. It still is alive as it was when I first saw it. This time I definitely spend more than a day in the city. In fact, we are here for a total of 5 days. Perfect for visiting all the tourist attractions in Zamboanga. Called the Latin City of Asia, Zamboanga City is one of the main strongholds of the Spanish conquistadors during the Spanish colonial era in the Philippines. Traces of this can still be found in the city's architecture, the Chavacano language, a kind of Spanish Creole, their cuisine, faith and way of life. The people of Zamboanga City are as diverse as the colors of their Vinta boats. Here Christians and Muslims, from Yukon and Samal to Tausug and Badjao, coexist without friction. But is it safe to visit Zamboanga City? In my personal experience, the city is remarkably calm. Looks and feels like any other developing city outside of Metro Manila, with military personnel on the roads, of course. One of my comrades, Nico, even compared him to the chilly atmosphere of Dumaguete. Zamboanga City is one of the safest places you can visit in Mindanao, and you can even visit it on your own. However, for a hassle-free experience, we opted for one of the city's accredited tour operators, iTravel Tourist Lane. One of the best ways to see Zamboanga City is by walking. We started at the sanctuary of Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar de Zaragoza on one of the old walls of Fort Pilar, Spain's then stronghold on Mindanao, then went to the pigeon-littered street of Valderosa, where stalls selling religious items and street food such as sweet Martillo's waffles abound. It is worth noting that the Muslims of the city of Zamboanga also worship the image of a virgin, and while the faithful were lighting candles along the sanctuary, my friends were taking pictures of themselves running through the flocks of pigeons along the road. On the other side is the Museo de Zamboanga, and like my first visit, it is unfortunately closed again. We walked through the city's busy streets, checking for an age dated to charcoal placed on massive rain trees along the sidewalks. While looking for the oldest one, we found one from 1859. This tree was already here when the Spaniards walked these lands. On the way, we passed several historic buildings, ancestral houses where the indigenous people of Zamboangueños still live, old Art Deco buildings converted into commercial space for, guess what, McDonald's, until we reached Zamboanga's 100-year-old town hall where, unexpectedly, the I Love Zamboanga City stands proudly on the sidewalk. We finished our historic walk at Plaza Rizal in front of the city hall, where our national hero stands guard over the heart of the city. We were told that the cannons and the intricate concrete lanterns along the grounds were legal. The former were left over from Fort Pilar, while the latter were from the time when the Americans took over Zamboanga City after Spain sold the Philippines to Uncle Sam. A few minutes from Fort Pilar there is the ZSCMST Bird Reserve. The sight of the wetlands in the heart of Zamboanga City is quite shocking and unexpected. It is a refreshing sight among the concrete events in the city. ZSCMST stands for Zamboanga State College of Marine Sciences and Technology, and this little swamp is on its campus. The area is a stopping point for migratory birds. I saw mostly herons, similar to the ones I saw in the Candaba swamps in Pampanga, resting on the branches of trees, perhaps talking about a good place for sati. It's open to the public, just log in at the campus gate. About 7 kilometers north of Fort Pilar, just outside the city of Zamboanga, is Pasananca Park. Built by Americans, the park has 3 public swimming pools with naturally flowing water through it, an aviary, a zoo, a flower garden, a butterfly park and the iconic Zamboanga treehouse, a place to spend the night. Nearby is Camp Limbaga, the site where Mindanao Boys Scouting began, and El Museo de Zamboanga, a good place to refresh Zamboanga's history, complete with artifacts and dioramas. If you are interested in weaving and native products, then Yukon Village on the west side of Zamboanga City is a must-visit. Like its name, this place is literally a village inhabited by the Yukon people, Muslims who came here from Basilan in the 70s. Along with their belongings, they brought a culture of hand-weaving colorful fabrics used for their traditional costumes called semik. But with the advent of tourism, the city raised the stakes by producing bags, runners and even shoes made of their fabrics. What I'm looking for as a camera strap, their colorful designs, which can take weeks to complete, are based on nature, the rainbow, animals and plants. On the same avenue, but on the more commercial side, is Caneller Barter. Take a lot of eco bags with you, because you will definitely not come back empty-handed. The market is literally a place of exchange for Malaysian and Indonesian products coming from the country's back door. Inside what appears to be a rundown factory is an explosion of colors and flavors. You can buy everything from sarongs, batik shirts and dresses, handbags, hats and scarves to goreng mie instant noodles and white coffee from Malaysia. Once you've forgotten to shop, it's time to go to the beach. And the most accessible place to go is Santa Cruz Island. Famous for its pink beach, because of the crushed red corals that mix with the sand, the island is less than half an hour by boat from the city. Actually, I've been there before, but I've seen a similar pink beach on Subic Beach in Bicol and on the Komodo Islands in Indonesia, and it's just surreal. And if you fancy some more beach action, once Eslas is for you. Within an hour's drive of the city center, 4 of the 11 islets along Barangay Panubigan and Dita have recently been opened to the public. I am not ashamed to use the term immaculate to refer to these islands as they are real, unspoiled, and local officials make sure it stays that way. One of the things that surprised me about Zamboanga City is its food. The variety of cuisine and dishes in the city is just overwhelming. Everything from scrumptious half-lobster half-crab curaca with alavar sauce and crispy lechon pork to down-to-earth street food. Heck, I've even seen local eateries selling Malaysian food like mee goreng and roti canai, which I love very much. Everything is so good. Actually, I can only come back to Zamboanga to eat and fatten. If your visit ever falls in October, you'll be lucky enough to attend the Zamboanga Hermosa Festival, a fiesta about the faith and traditions of the city. Watch as colorful Vinta-style boats race across the sea. The Zamboangueños proudly display their colorful mascot dresses, and kids dance to the beat of drums in the city streets. It's a delightful menagerie of colors interspersed with local customs and, of course, lots of food.